Very good. All right. So I am now live. And okay. Awesome. How's everybody doing on a Thursday night? I see Jerry, I see Dave, and I'm also on live, so I don't know who is on there. Okay, I'm trying to add my team here. Um I'm trying to add my team here as moderator, so hold on. I'm still trying to uh, work this TikTok live here. Are you on? Okay, I'm trying to work the TikTok live here, so hang on with me. I'm trying to add my team on as moderator, and then we can start. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to add you as a moderator. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Franz, I add you. Wonderful, wonderful. We are ready to rock and roll. How's everybody doing on TikTok? Let me know you're here. Now, I'm going to be concentrating on giving the webinar. I don't have the ability to, on TikTok, to have you guys look at my slides yet. So if you're on TikTok, you're able to listen to me. Let me know that you can listen to me, Franz. Yeah. Can you listen to me? Can you let me know? All right, I am on. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, good. All right, wonderful, wonderful. How's everybody doing today? I am gonna um load my slides up, and then we're ready to rock and roll. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I just realized that. Hang on with me here. Add a file. Present. Share. Where is the sharing on here? Where's the share on here, Franz? How do I share my screen? All right. How do I share my screen here? All right. I got it. I got it. Okay. Thank you for being uh, patient with me. I am Chrome tab. Okay, so I got my. Let me bring my PowerPoint up. Okay. I promise I will make it up. I'll make it up on. All right. Okay. Make sure you get your questions ready. Thank you for being patient with me here. Share screen. Here it is. Share screen. All right. Let me find my slide here. Wonderful. We are okay. What are you guys seeing right here? What are you guys seeing? You're seeing that, right? You are seeing that view. Okay. It seems like what I'm seeing is not the same thing as what you're seeing right now. Hold on, hold on. Let me do that again. When I go live, it is very, very challenging uh to do this at the same time, and you don't get to practice. You don't get to practice unless you're live. So I apologize. All right. Hold on. Let me turn on my PowerPoint. Okay. Very good. Here we go. All right. Good. I've seen people coming on board. Awesome. All right. We are ready for action. Hello, 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 everyone um, on live with me. So, welcome to the Get Hard system to restore performance in as early as 5 days without medication or surgery webinar. I'm so excited to share this with you today. So, I'm Dr. Ann Trong. And so, why should you listen to me? I'm a board certified medical doctor for the last 27 years. I've treated over 7,000 men with ED. I'm a medical contributor for national TV. I presented my expertise on CNBC, Fox, Bravo, and CNN. I speak on sexual health, and I teach sexual health. And in fact, in January, I'll be writing a chapter in an international book about sexual health as well. So. I'm also the author of the international best-selling book Erectile Dysfunction Fix. That was in 2018. I also speak at the FBI and all over the world. So my goal for today web class is that the easiest and safest way for you to regain your sex life is through the six system reset, and I'll tell you exactly what that is. Okay, and the effective and natural way to repair your sex life is with the Get Hard system. So who is this for? All right, who is this for? Is that it's for men who want to restore their sex life, and the partners who want to help their men restore their sex life. Does it really work? Well, it worked for 7,000 men. So it did work for Clarence. He went from a total state of devastation to a state of ecstatic. It worked for Blade. He was 50 years old. It's had ED for a few years. He tried Cialis. He tried Viagra. It didn't work. And then he came to see me and get the treatment, and it was extraordinary. About a week later, the girth, the width, and the height just grew up, and it changed my life. I highly recommend it. It's just amazing. I feel like 20 again. Well, let me give you a little bit disclaimer. This is for those that follow the protocol, that want to put in the work to restore their sex life. And there are no shortcuts. Anything that's worth it in life, there's no shortcut, right? There's no sneaky and misleading method. These work, and they're proven to work. And that remember, your ED didn't occur overnight. Your ED occurred over years to be where you're at right now. So I want you to be patient, and I know you've been, and turn off all distraction, close all your social media, set your phone aside, get your pen, paper, and take notes, because what you hear today may really change your life. Okay. All right. So stay with me until the end. I have an amazing bonus that you'll get if you stay with me to the end, and my staff will make sure that you will get it. So you are in the right place. And I know you've been struggling with ED, and this is probably why. It's been very hard for you to do it on your own, right? You try to figure it out yourself. You try to Google, you try to research, you try to read, and sometimes you try stuff, it doesn't work. And you go to online dispensary and you take ED medication, then you start having side effects, right? And sometime after a while, it doesn't work anymore. And then you pay for treatment because you're trying to treat your ED, but sometimes the treatment didn't work either. And you're just wasting precious time and not to count money, right? Well, it's really not your fault. There's a lot of misinformation out there. It's confusing, misleading, and can be harmful, especially when you try to Google this because you're getting an erection, and I'll show you getting an erection, it's complex. It is a simple thing, but it actually requires six systems to coordinate like a symphony for you to get an erection. And I understand it's a private matter. The internet is more discreet. It's better than going to see a doctor. But when you do that, you fall prey to the Google that wants you to take the Google trend that wants you to take medication. When you take medication, you are actually being brainwashed to think that something as natural as getting an erection requires a medication. And I'm here to create a sexual revolution and to help you regain your sexual independence again. Now, Big Pharma wants you to take medication because they make money when you take medication. Viagra makes $20 billion a year since it first came out in 1998. And they want you to get penile replacement surgery because the hospital makes money from that, and the prosthetic company makes money from that. And and pharma and the hospital don't want you to get better. They want you to suffer so that way you will get surgery. That way you will take medication. So what does ED really cost you? Decreased esteem and confidence, your relationship, it's causing you anxiety and depression, your health. Do you know that 60% of men with ED have a heart attack in 7 to 10 years? Yes, a heart attack, not to include getting a stroke that you could be paralyzed for, not counting death as well. So what is ED? So the World Health Organization defined ED as a persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. So what does ED mean? ED means that you can still have an erection and have ED, right? You can still doesn't mean that ED mean that you cannot get an erection. It can mean that you can have an erection and then you go soft and you lose it, or it takes longer to get an erection, or that you get an erection and then you have premature ejaculation, or you don't have ejaculation at all, or that you just maintain a partial erection. Doesn't And also if you can't ejaculate, that's also ED as well too. And it goes all the way to not able to get an erection. So ED is the we problem. It's the plus one problem. It's not a me problem. A lot of men put you're hard on yourself. You think it's a you problem. Like last night, no, it's 2 days ago. I've heard stories that just break my heart. These men, they have ED and they meet these women, and then the women just said, "Well, you have ED. Say see ya." But it's not just your problem, is also the woman problem as well too. Okay. All right. So why is ED so common? It's because in order for you to get an erection, there need to be six systems that need to coordinate like a symphony in order for you to get an erection. So your mind is beautifully made, right? You're not your mind, your body is beautifully made, because when you have an erection, your mind, your brain, and your penis has to be relaxed. Yes, it has to be relaxed. And the sixth system that is required for you to get an erection starts with your brain. Your brain is the largest sexual organ. Starts in your brain, and then your brain goes to your emotions. Right, the emotion is stored right here between the two ears, and then your hormones gets released. The hormones gets released also in the gland in your brain. So step 1 to 3 is in the brain, right? And then it goes to the nerve in the back of your in the back of your neck right here. It goes to the nerve. The nerve sends messages to your heart, and then your heart goes to your blood vessels that pump the blood vessels from the heart down to the penis muscles. All right, so it's six systems to coordinate, to work in the symphony to really make this work. That's why ED is so common, because when you have so many steps that have to work together, if one step is off, then then you don't get then you have trouble getting an erection. Does that make sense? Does everybody get that? Because if the brain's off, that's going to cause some problem. If the emotions off, that's going to cause some problem. You notice when you're stressed or you're tired, it's hard for you to get an erection, right? Or that, if you have low testosterone, it's also hard to get an erection as well. Or if your nerve is injured, you can't get an erection. However, the brain is a larger sexual organ, because men that are paralyzed from the neck down, right, they cannot move their arm at all, but they're paralyzed from the neck down, can still get an erection because the brain is a larger sexual organ. So let me tell you my story. So one day, my husband and I have been married now for 30 years, happily married for 30 years. But about 8 years ago, I came home, and when I walked into the house, it was dark. It felt this gloomy feeling. I just had this thickness in my heart. I'm like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Don't know what it is. Something is wrong. And I walked through my wood floor, and then I went into the family room, and I saw my husband sitting there on the couch. Right? My husband sitting there on the couch, and he looked up at me and he said, I think we should separate. I don't think we should be together. And at that time, my heart just sank down to the ground, and I just fell down. I just sat down the chair right there, and I said, "What happened? Why are you saying this?" To my husband, Bao, he said that, he been having ED, and he just feels that I shouldn't endure it. That he feels that he's not the man that he used to be. That he can't be the protector that he wants to be. He's not satisfying me, and he just feels that it's just I shouldn't endure this. And my heart just sank, and that was not how I felt at all. We've been married at that time for 21 years at that time. And I took his face in my hand, and I said, "You know what? Whatever you're feeling, we're going to go through this together. Whether it's fire or ice or hell, we're going to go through this together. And I'm going to find a way to get you out of this. We are going to grow through this together." And I did. That was my mission at that time in 2000, and at that time, to really dive into and find what's really causing ED, right? Because he couldn't take medication because he was on heart medication already. And he couldn't take ED medication. You know that if you take ED medication when you're on heart medication, it doesn't work together. You have a lot of side effects. It's having and it's not safe. And so it was my mission at that time to try to find a solution to reverse ED, to get function again without medication or surgery. So I started doing research. And at that time, I was already doing stem cell therapy for pain management for the joints. I was already doing hormones. So I dive into it, and that's how I discovered the sixth system that I just showed you, right? I started, tweaking it and working on how do I restore it, because I'm like thinking, well, it's like a car. If the car is broken, it needs six system in order for it to work. Well, how about if I start fixing system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get it to reset again. And I call that my get hard system. And he was my first patient that I used it on. And then I started doing it on family members. Yes, my brothers had ED too. And then I started doing it on my patients. And like over the years, we had thousands of patients that responded. And I started teaching doctors on my Get Hard system, and their patient got better as well. So it is my mission and my passion to share this remarkable finding and result with you all, and to let you know that there is a way to get out of ED without medication and surgery. So when ED happened, I see, and when ED happened, I hear it from my patients in the Modern Man Club, and I hear from my husband. You start feeling fear. Start feeling fear that you may not have a relationship. You have fear that ED is permanent. It's not curable. You have to live with this. Start feeling fear. You can live by yourself. You're gonna be by yourself, and you're not gonna be able to keep your partner or your wife. Start feeling bad about everything, about yourself. Start feeling ashamed. You feel disbelief that this is happening, right? I hear this. I hear this from my men in the Modern Man Club, from my patient. You feel shocked that this is this really happening to you, right? And you feel useless. Like you feel useless. Are you a man anymore? This is your manhood, and you're so used to it, and now it's just not there, and you can't count on it. And sometimes you can feel suicidal. So what's like living with ED? It's like loss in confidence. You can't count on be able to perform anymore. You have anxiety. Your relationship is strained. Yeah, you're fearful of losing your partner or losing the date that you're with, or even your wife. I'll tell you a story of Johnny later, and you're frustrated because you tried the treatment and it hasn't worked. So I know that you want a better life. This is that you want to get out of the way you're feeling right now. You don't want to live with ED. So when you have ED and you have a solution that works, you're a happy man plus one. Remember, it's a plus one problem because in the end, what I hear is always in the end, it's about relationship. It's about having that passionate connection to another person. All right. And that when you have no ED, it equals less stress, less anxiety, less worry, more confidence, and passionate, better relationship. So, what would an ED free life mean for you? So, not having to worry if you can get it up this time, not having to take ED pill, and also be spontaneous, have more confidence, have passionate relationship. So, when you have ED, this is what you have. You have the relationship, the life that you want. You're happy. What would it mean? What would an ED free life mean for you? Think about that. And for Thomas, he said, I have problems getting and maintaining an erection. It causes problem in my relationship. After 1 to 2 weeks of treatment, I started noticing the difference. So in the end, I'm going to make you a special offer that will give you everything you need to get your sex life back in as little as 5 days. So imagine what it would be like to have this life. So I'm going to go over 3 secrets of getting hard. Secret number 1, how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery. Secret number 2, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Secret number 3, how to understand what is causing your ED. Secret number 1, how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery. Well, there is the most effective and fastest method to fix your ED. That's called the Get Hard system to sexual restoration. All right. So what that is, again, it starts in the brain. Is fixed resetting, understanding what's involved in causing the erection, and then resetting it again, resetting the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscles. It's like taking your car to the mechanic and trying to get restarted again. So imagine what it would be like to have this life, right? To have firm erection for intercourse, be able to maintain erection to finish, be able to have spontaneous erection, have the confidence to do it. The truth is, your body wants to have an erection without pills. Yes, it is. You are wired. You are wired to get an erection without pills. Yes, that your body is made that way. And you can restore your sex life even if ED pills do not work anymore. Why is ED so common? I talk about that, right? There's a sixth system that has to coincide, and that your mind and your penis has to be relaxed. So number 1 and number 6 has to be relaxed. The brain is the largest sexual organ. Now, men This is in 1994, a study that look at 1994 that between men between the age of 40 to 70, 50% of you have ED. This is in 1994, not even including COVID in there. And we're in 2023. I assume this is at least 60 million men now are living with ED, and men with ED are getting younger and younger. And can you believe both of these guys have ED? Yes, and in fact, the guy that's on the right with the six pack that you see there, his blood work is even worse than the guy on the left. They're both my patient. But so looks is deceiving. You would think that the guy on the right is healthy and he's fine, right? He has no problem getting an erection, but that is the farthest from the truth. In fact, the guy on the right had ED for a decade, and the guy on the left here had ED for 24 years, and both of them have now be able to now have an erection without medication or surgery. But looks can be deceiving, so that's why I advocate that if you have ED, you need to get blood work. You need to get blood work. All right. So cause of ED, 90% of ED causes are physical. The physical, I mean blood flow, poor blood flow to the penis. All right. It could be poor blood flow to the penis either from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or it could be from smoking. It could be from low testosterone, obesity, and excessive alcohol. And 10% is psychological, meaning that you're fatigued, you're distracted, or you're depressed, or you're anxious. And sometimes the psychological play into the physical component. Like Bobby, he's had ED for 3 years, and I went to see me for shockwave and P shot, and he and his wife are very pleased with the result. So can you save yourself like this? Right? So this is Dr. Roy. So after the treatment, I'm firmer, I'm lasting longer. If my wife notices the difference, I can last up to 20 minutes. Now he had a history of premature ejaculation, and now he's lasting 20 minutes, and his sex life is a lot more satisfying. I'm very happy on how my life is right now. Isn't that awesome? Don't you want that? Secret number two, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Well, you know that Viagra and Cialis are synthetic and it's not natural, which means it doesn't belong in your body. It doesn't belong for you to get an erection response. That means that your body do not require to get an erection. So when you do take it, it's an insult to your body, right? And I will show you why. Remember, when you get an erection, it's in your that means that your brain and your penis has to be relaxed, and the erection starts in your brain, right? So when you take Viagra, right, your it does not help with the brain with arousal. It doesn't help with your libido at all. It doesn't help with your emotions. So when if you're feeling fatigued or you're distracted, if you're anxious, it doesn't help with that. It doesn't help with hormones and releasing more testosterone either. It doesn't help stimulate the nerve to work better, and it certainly doesn't help the heart to beat better or the blood vessel to open up more. Right? So all it does is it goes to the penis muscle, and it relaxes the penis muscle. That's what it does. Well, we have Botox to do that now, but that's all it does. But it only addresses the penis muscle, which is one system out of the six system that you need to get an erection. It doesn't even raise your nitrous oxide. You need high nitrous oxide in your penis in order for you to get an erection. All it does is just relaxes your smooth muscle in the penis. That's the reason why that over time Viagra does not work. Right? Remember, the top three system, the brain, the emotion, the hormones, are all in your head there. So when you take your medication, you're giving away your manhood to ED medication. That's why ED medication only works 70% of the time. It does not work when you have blood flow problem. And after a while, you develop tolerance to the medication, and you got to up the dose, right? And then you start having more side effects. Does your ED actually go away when you stop taking it? No, It actually gets worse. So when you're taking the medicine, you're just padding it. It's a band-aid, it's a crutch. And in fact, it can be an addiction because you think you need it when you're when you're about to have sex, and you're depending upon it. And these are the common side effects of Viagra: the headache, the flushing, the blue vision, the nasal congestion, dizziness, even back pain. And the permanent, very, very serious side effect is the of your vision or change of vision, and also hearing loss as well. They did a long-term study of giving, of looking at 14,000 men and that been taking Viagra and Cialis, and that they found that the most common long-term side effect is hearing loss as well as vision loss, not to mention lightheadedness and priapism, which is an erection more than 4 hours. You don't have spontaneity, and depends on what you eat. What you eat also affects its absorption as well too. So the easy way, the most effective and fastest way to fix your ED is the Get Hard system that reset the six systems that I just talked about: the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscles. So you want to follow what's worked. We have proven this has worked. This has worked, and it's been the Get Hard system has helped over 7,000 men with ED. Okay, so secret number three: how to understand what is causing your ED. I think you may know already, right? Well, it's either the brain, right? Remember the sixth system to get an erection. It's either the brain, the emotion, the hormones, the nerve, the blood vessels, or the penis muscle. One of those is not working well or is in out of synchrony, right? Because it needs to work together. If one system or two systems off, then you're gonna have ED. So ED is like a penis attack, or it's like a heart attack. Yes, because ED means that you're not getting enough blood to your penis. Well, that's exactly what a heart attack is. The heart attack is not getting enough blood to the heart muscle. That's why the heart muscle starts to die away. So it's like getting a clot. So you don't equate ED as like a penis attack, do you? Well, would you, when you have chest pain? Everybody knows chest pain. I gotta go to the ER, right? I'm gonna die. Well, you should think about that when you have ED. You really need to get it evaluated. It's a penis attack. Because if you don't do something about it, your ED isn't going to get better. It's only going to get worse. It's the same thing. ED is like a heart attack. So, what the reason for the ED? It's blood flow restriction. Now, the top picture here, that your endothelium. That's the picture of your blood vessel. As if I cut through it, it's the opening, that large opening where it says that's just where the blood flow right here. The blood flow right through that big opening there. That's a normal blood vessel, right? Well, on the bottom here, see the blood flow is only through that white arrow right there. It's small. You're not getting enough blood to your penis. That's what ED is. That's what a heart attack is. You're not getting enough blood flow. So the only way to get your sex life back is to reset the system so that way blood flow is restored. To reset the system, reset the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscle, right? So this is Ed. He's 80. He's actually 87 now. He said, life begins at 80. I want to go on, and I want to do it all. I don't want to do it all with sex as often as I can, which for me and my girlfriend, 3 to 5 times a week. Isn't that awesome? He's now having sex 3 to 5 times a week. His girlfriend is 79 years old, right? And he's still going. And this is without medication or surgery, right? Sister Thomas also, he said that the Dr. Trump treatment was very effective. After the first injection and a few shots, I was able to maintain erection and ejaculate. He came to see me because he couldn't ejaculate. Now he's able to ejaculate now, which is very important for him. So the three secrets again of getting hard again. So do you think that this could work for you by resetting the sixth system? Remember, the secret number one is how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery. Secret number two, How to gain performance confidence in at least 5 days. Secret number 3, how to understand what is causing your ED. So let me, I know by now you probably feel like this picture, right? You got, oh my God, all this information just being thrown at you. And I hope you feel that way, but I hope you hear one thing that I have to say. An ED is like a heart attack with a penis attack. Okay. So let me ask you this question. Are you going to do something about your ED? Are you going to live with ED? Because it's not going to go away. Now, treating ED used to be hard, but not anymore. With the sixth system to get hard, all right? There's a new way. There's a better way. That's my get hard system. And this is how we restore sexual restoration again. We start with the brain. We look at, we calm the mind with breathing and trying to get your arousal back again. And um, you want to kind of stop pouring too much overloading on the mind. Then we focus on the emotion with decreasing stress and correcting breathing and correcting sleep again. And then number 3 is correcting the hormones by replacing testosterone again and helping you sleep better so that way you can make more testosterone, and doing blood work to find out whether you're low in testosterone, how much you need to supplement it. Testosterone. Also, look at the doing blood work to find out why you're having ED. Is there something wrong with the nerve? Something wrong with the blood vessels? Something wrong with your hormone being produced from your brain? Right? Or is your liver okay? Is your kidneys okay? Do you have diabetes? Maybe you have high cholesterol. I can't tell you how many times I see a patient for ED and then diagnose them for having diabetes because they never had any blood work done. And as a man, and it's like my husband. You don't go to the doctor unless you're dying or you a broken leg and just like the bone sticking out, right? You don't go to the doctor, but sometimes you need to go to the doctor so you can get your blood work done. And if you're over 45, you need to go to the doctor at least once a year and get your blood work done. All right, so number 4, how do we address that? With the resetting the nerves by using platelet-rich plasma, your own stem cell, and doing shockwave therapy and using supplements and doing Botox now. Botox now is great now for restoring the blood vessels and the muscle. But sometimes you don't may not need the treatment. You just can change that with diet or with a Mediterranean diet and doing high intensity interval exercise. We can reset the blood vessels now. We've reset the blood vessels with the platelet rich plasma, with nitrous oxide supplement, shockwave therapy, the penis pump, doing Botox. But you can stop smoking. That's how you can reset the blood vessel. You can moderate alcohol. Approximately drink less than 10 drinks a week, and then eating a Mediterranean diet and exercise, high intensity interval exercise, and again doing blood work. And then we can reset the penis muscle. How? Shockwave, platelet rich plasma, doing Kegel exercise, which is exercises that are in your pelvic muscles. Those muscles are very, very, very important for your erection as well as for your ejaculation, as well as orgasm. Do you know that when you have orgasm, it's the pelvic muscle, those muscles that are in your between your scrotum and your anus that are contracting, and also the muscles on the base of your penis contracting, not the whole entire penis that's contracting. And then using a penis pump. All right, penis pump works works magic for the muscles and the blood vessels as well. And then doing Botox. Yes, Botox is the same Botox um, that's used for women, their face for wrinkles, but it works magic in the penis. So how we do is we measure, we don't guess, right? We use validated research for the treatment to reset your sixth system again. All right. So with the Get Hard system, you can restore your sex life without medication as little as 5 days. It's worked over 7,000 men with ED. Remember, you are wired to get an erection naturally. All you need to do is reset your body's sixth system. So who is this for? Who would this work for the sixth system? Is that sometimes you go soft in the middle of sex, The ED medication don't work as well. You sometimes have trouble lasting long enough to climax. Your erection doesn't feel as hard as it used to be. Your penis doesn't feel as sensitive as it used to be. You can't reach orgasm. You sometimes have trouble getting an erection, or that you have performance anxiety, premature ejaculation, retrograde ejaculation, or you had prostate surgery, and one of the complication of prostate surgery is ED. So when you want an ED-free life and be confident and happy and sexy and have passionate relationship, or you keep on making excuses and well, I have ED, I do this and that, or you want to live a better life because it is possible. Don't try to navigate this on your own like this guy in a tightrope. Don't try to figure it out yourself. Don't be this person right here. This is in the Facebook group. This is what he put down in the Facebook group. Anybody else basically give up and trying to fix their ED after finding nothing works for them? I've had ED for 20 years and I'm now at that point. 20 years. Just wondering if I'm alone, if there are others in my situation, and how do you cope with it? Well, it's like driving a car and the car been having a problem for 20 years and you've been trying to hold up the muffler with a belt and you're trying to glue everything together. You know, you go for 20 years. That's a long time to have ED. It's a long time to have insult, the sixth system not working again. Imagine what his blood work will be like. And this is James. I've had ED for at least 15 years. I used Viagra and Cialis until it didn't work anymore. I had a heart attack. Then I had a stroke, two stroke. I wish I found Dr. Trung sooner. I could have avoided it. The stuff I learned with her, I wish I'd known. I regret not seeing her sooner. Since I've been with Dr. Trung, I have hope of getting my life back. The Get Heart system is everything you need to get restored again. It's a success path, the blueprint, cater to your needs and your condition. You don't have to figure it out anymore. And it's been tested and proven 7,000 men, and it works fast. And you're also in the supportive community of men recovering from ED as well. That's my Modern Man Club. And you have to trust the protocol and you have to trust me. Now imagine feeling relieved, happy, grateful, optimistic, and confident for an ED-free life. So is this the right time for you? So when is the right time for you to make a move to get out of ED? How long do you want to suffer with ED? How long do you want to suffer with your life? Is your relationship suffering? So you're like, well, I'm not really motivated. Well, are you satisfied with your life right now? Do you want to live a better life? You have the power to change it. So what's stopping you? Really think about it. Will the Get Hard system work? Well, we know it worked over 7,000 plus men, even those that fail ED medication, even work in patients that had prostate surgery and with ED. Because why? Because we treat the cause of the problem, which is the imbalance of the sixth system, and then resetting the sixth system again to restore function. All right, so this one. So the erection I have is amazing. I haven't had much like this since I was 25 years old. Now I'm almost 40. So is it worth it? Well, we did rigorous testing, insurance, effectiveness, and safety. Well, you can try cheaper alternative. You may not get the same result in the long run. It could be less effective, maybe more harmful. You may even end up paying more. Well, this is an investment in your well-being, your health, this both physically and emotionally, because ED can affect your self-esteem, and your relationship, and your overall life. Can you put a price tag on that? Can you put a price tag on your happiness and your quality of life? And remember, we also have payment option as well. So this is Tim. After the Botox and the Pisha, I got morning erection every single day as to pretty much never. You have to try a new opportunity, the Get Hard system, to get a different result. But you won't get a different result. You keep doing the same thing you're doing. Look at all these men that had give testimony here. So my mission is to create a sexual revolution, to empower you, to gain your sexual independence. So that way you and your partners are happy, because ED is a plus one problem. It's not a me problem. All right. So my ridiculous passion is to help a million men achieve what I've achieved for 7,000 men and for my husband. I also promised you an opportunity. So how can I help you? Well, I set some time, my team has set some time this week to speak to you about how you can apply the get hard system to ignite your sex life again. So why am I doing this? To help you get out of ED, to be happy again, because I've seen it happen. I don't want you to live unhappy. I don't want you to feel sad. I don't want you to feel alone. Remember, it's not only you, it's the plus one problem as well. So I want you to get clarity and focus on reaching your performance fast. And I want you to get the exact strategy and make it happen. And if you want my help and we think it's a good fit, then I invite you to become one of my new patients as we take on. If we work together, we'll walk you through the program and the treatment designed to get you result in as little as 5 days. So who you will speak with? Well, you will speak with my patient ambassador, all right, who understand our process. In fact, when my husband Bao, who had been through the process, is our patient ambassador in charge of our team, who've been through the process and know what you're going through. So you can do option one: do nothing. You keep doing the same thing you're doing, you will not get a different result, and you will live with your ED, and your ED is still there. Or you can do number two, do something about it. Or you want to be like Johnny. After I had surgery for Johnny said after he had surgery for prostate cancer, he had ED. Viagra and Cialis were not working. I cannot have sex with my wife. My wife went on a vacation and didn't come back home. She filed for divorce. Now I am by myself living with ED. You want to be like Johnny? When I hear this, my heart just dropped for Johnny. All right. I know how he feels. You can do number two. Option two, choose to work with a board certified doctor who treated over 7,000 men with ED with success and have a proven system. So all you have to do is to follow the blueprint for success. You deserve your best life and be happy. You deserve your best life, be happy. Right? There is a way. Now, if you want to change your sex life and do not let DD dominate your life, I want you to go to your browser on your browser right now and type in www.edfix.club on your browser. And when you go there, you will it will lead you to schedule a discovery call with our patient ambassador as soon as possible, because you can restore your sex life. It's only one phone call away. It doesn't cost you anything. It is complimentary, and you're going to come out learning something. So get started. Schedule a call today at www.edfix.club, right? And your ED free life is only one phone call away. Just know that there is a solution, and that you don't have to live with ED anymore. You don't have to be alone. All right. And I am here for any question that you may have. So if you are live, I think if you can help me with your question, that will be help me with the question front. It will be great. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. Those of you that are in the audience, you can raise your hand and I can bring you up. I do see you. The one that I'll turn on your camera. If not, I have some question here. Oh, it's already. I have some question here already. Okay. Right. Okay. Good. There is a comment. Somebody asked, where are you located? I am in Fredericksburg, Virginia. All right. I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia. That we're an hour south of Washington, D.C. And very convenient. And Thank you for asking that question. Can you put the banner back on the website? Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Put that on. So go to this website, schedule a phone call, and we'll see if we can be a good fit. All right, Greg, I see you. I see you, Greg. Gonna bring you up.
Hi, Dr.
Oh,
Trong. How are you?
good, good. How are you? Hold on. Let me put both of us on. All right. Okay. How are you?
Good, good. I went through a series of your P shots, three of them, a couple shockwave treatments, had decent success for a while.
How long ago was that, Greg?
Uh, it's been about a year. My problem, like I discussed with you before, is I've had Peyronie's disease on one side of the penis, and it is the side that refuses to get hard. Where they put the graft, it's like it has no blood flow. Can you do anything more with that? Because the P shots worked okay for a while, but
Yeah.
I'm back to phase one, and it's just pretty much one side will get hard, the other side has a hinge point, and I can't get hard enough for penetration because it folds to one side where they put the graft.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And the graph was for Peronis, right?
Yes, yes. I had a
Yes.
severe curve, approximately 60 degrees to the left side. They went in, removed the scar tissue. The graft was replaced like 3 centimeters wide by 4 centimeters long. And
Wow.
ever
That's a big
since
graph.
then, that side has had less girth, less like muscle tone. It's like it doesn't pump up with blood on that side to create that firm, stiff erection that I really need. What are my options?
Yes, yes. The first thing is come back to the office, and we're gonna have to see I have to see what it looks like erect. So I would have to do a Doppler ultrasound, look at that the scar tissue again, and look at the blood flow again. So the option is yes. Let me look at it with looking at the blood flow, and I do an ultrasound, the penile Doppler ultrasound to look at the scar tissue again, look at the graph again to see what we can do. So oftentimes when they put the graft in, you also have scar tissue that develop on top of the graft. You know?
Right.
Yeah, I mean the graft itself is supposed to help with the Peyronie, but then the scar tissue that gets developed on top of the graft may cause even more problem as well. So I hear you, and I feel you. So I think and but when I saw you, we didn't do Botox then. So I'm like, and
No,
we've
we
added
didn't.
Botox since then. We've added
Right.
Botox since then, and we also have a new protocol for Shockwave as well too. So come on in again. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at it when you're erect, and we'll figure out something together.
Okay. You also, I got the Phoenix from you, which you thought would be a good help process. And it seemed to have worked for the first few months, but now it seems like I've become immune to that. Is it because the scar tissue is stronger now and the Phoenix just can't break it up? Or am I developing something else going on?
Well, that it could be both. It could definitely be both. So the best part is just come in, let me look at it, okay? Because it
Okay.
may just be that we have to do some really, really more and strong shockwave to it on the
Okay.
scar tissue side, okay? We have to
All right.
really yeah, we have to really do some more intensive shockwave to the area. You're near me, aren't you? Are you near me or are you far?
No, I'm about a 4.5 hour drive.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like I said,
Okay.
I made 3 trips for the three Botox, or not the Botox, but the P shots, and I had positive results, but it's like the
Thank
results have
you.
faded
Yeah.
away. So,
Yeah.
uh,
No, come by again. We'll figure it out together. Well, you had
okay,
result, and we're gonna get you results again. So,
all right,
schedule a time. Actually, go on that website right now. WW. Can you put that on the banner on again? www.edfix.club, Greg,
okay,
and schedule a time with our patient ambassador. and then he'll get you in. But at least come in. Let me look at the blood flow. Let me look at the scar tissue. And there's one thing that I can do that no probably a lot of sexual medicine doctor can't do is I have an ultrasound machine, and I can
Right.
look at the scar tissue. And I can look at the muscle. I can look at the scar tissue. I can interpret, the ultrasound machine is like the machine that you look for babies. It's
Right.
the same machine, and looking at the penis is actually a lot easier with the ultrasound. And let's take a look at that and see where we're at. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be giving you a call and I'll be coming to see you shortly.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you again,
All
Craig.
right.
I
Thank
thought
you
I
again.
recognized you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were really a big help, but like I said, I'm getting older and things are changing. I'm feeling the Peronis is coming back again, and I need to get ahead of that before it gets a hold of me.
I'm glad you said that. That's a good thing. Get ahead of it before it gets a hold of you. I love the way you say that. Start early. The earlier you start, the better. In fact, I treated a guy right now in Florida, and he had pretty bad Peroni too, and he's now getting better. But he didn't have a graft. He didn't have a graft.
Right,
He had Peronis from Trimix, from
right.
repeated Trimix injection. Is that how you get your Peronis, from Trimix injection?
No, I actually had I, the doctor said it looked like a sexual fracture. I actually had
Um,
come out and we collided, and it come on right after that.
yes, yes. So it was a penile fracture, wasn't it?
That's what they're contributing to. Yes.
Right. What was she in a cowboy position?
She was on top and she come down and it like literally broke a finger is what it felt like.
Oh wow. You felt the
But it
pain right away. You just kinda did you go see the doctor or just kinda like forgot
well,
about it and just
it just went away, but like 8 or 10 years later, then the Peyronie's disease set in, and then it
hmm
become aggressive, and then it was too late to fix it with just regular treatments. So I had to go through the surgery to get it
gotcha.
fixed, and I've never been the same.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha. I hear you. I hear you. So, I hear you, and that's what most of the time. Peroni starts from penile fracture, and then the scar tissue get aggressive over time,
yes.
and
I
but
can I can even
yeah.
see I can even see a sunk in spot on one side of the penis where like the tissue has not grown and then it growed out around. It's actually got a divot back toward the base of the shaft. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
something is going on really harsh right now. So
Yes, yeah. Come on in. Come on in and we'll look at it, and definitely we're gonna need to do some intensive shockwave treatment on it. We'll work it out. We'll work it out together. All right.
all right, I'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you soon. Thank you. All
All right.
right. Okay. So Peyronie disease. I want to stress with Peyronie disease, okay, that doing trimix injections frequently. Because when you do trimix, I mean, every time you have an erection, you inject trimix, right? Because trimix is three medication: pentolamine, alprastatal, and papaverine, and it works well to get an erection. But one of the side effects of trimix injection is scar tissue development, because you're constantly injecting the penis muscle with it, and then when the scar develops, you start to develop Peyronie's, which is the curvature of the penis, um, and most of the time the curvature to the right, because most of us are right-handed, so the injection will be on the right side of the penis, not on the left side of the penis. So trimix injection should not be taken lightly. It does have side effects. So the main thing, if you are having ED, do something about it. Get blood work done. Restore the sixth system. Even little things such as diet, getting on Mediterranean diet, and doing some exercise, just like walking. You don't have to do high interval intensity exercise. Just walking 30 minutes a day, um, and sleeping 7 hours at nighttime, and eating more vegetables, eating more food like beets and broccoli, cauliflower, and spinach. Those are food that help with nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide help open up the blood vessel more in your penis, but it's also good for your heart. Whatever you're doing for your erection, know that you're also helping your heart as well too. So it's not just for your erection. You're helping yourself live longer because everything that I said about the diet and the exercise and stopping smoking and even alcohol not only help your erection but also help with your heart, help you live longer, right? It's just that the penis you start to have ED first. It's because the penis blood vessels is only 1 to 2 millimeter. That's how small the blood vessels are in bringing the blood to your penis. 1 to 2 millimeter. A millimeter is like the size of an ant. That's how small it is, right? Now the heart, the heart arteries is 3 to 4 millimeter, so twice as much, right? So when you start to have ED, that's a penis attack, but it's a predictor that 7 to 10 years down the road you're gonna have a heart attack because the heart arteries are 3 to 4 millimeter larger. So you should be worried. You should not just be like, oh, if I have ED, I'm just gonna go on the internet and just take some Viagra and Cialis, and it's almost like it's almost like oh, it's nothing. It's like just like oh, shampoo in your hair. You should not take it that lightly. That you should regard it as almost having chest pain, because not only will you, if you do something about it, not only will you restore your erection again, you're also gonna it's also gonna help your heart as well. You live longer, but you don't know that, do you? No one tell you that except me. No one will tell you that. You will not find that on Google. No one will tell you that when you have ED, it's like a penis attack, like a heart attack. No one will tell you that. No, I've never seen anyone say that at all. I realize that because I just look at the whole entire picture, because your body is made to have an erection, right? So your body is wired to get an erection. As a man, you have 100% more testosterone than a woman, right? And that the way that you are wired, the way that you are made, is for you to have an erection. When you were in your 20s, it only take you about a minute to get an erection. You don't even have to touch somebody, just thinking about it, right? That's how strong the brain is. How strong the brain can help initiate that erectile response. So oftentimes, it's easier for me to help fix the reset the blood flow to the penis than it is to fix the stuff that's going on from the neck up, right? Because oftentimes it's like sometimes you overthink it. You overthink it too much and you blame yourself too much, guys. But you just know that you are being brainwashed to think that you need a medication for your erection, all right? And that it's time for you to take charge of your sexual independence again. Yes, because I really think that we need to bring sexuality out of the closet and into mainstream and demystify it and not make it a shameful thing to talk about. It is something we enjoy. This is how we're made, right? If it weren't for sexuality, it wouldn't be here, right? And the more I understand about it, the more I understand that as a woman and a man, we are wired to have sex and to carry on the human race, right? So there's nothing wrong about that. It's just thousands and thousands of years to human nature and our culture that put sexuality, as shameful in the closet. But it's not. It's part of who we are. It's part of how relationships start. It's a very important part of relationship. Very. Yes, I understand. It's not the only thing, and that you can still have intimacy without penetrative sex, right? But it's an important part of the relationship as well too. And you heard the story of Johnny where his wife left him, didn't even tell him what she would do, didn't even come back from vacation, didn't even come back from vacation, just filed for divorce, right? And I hear that story over and over and over again. Is that but the bottom line about why the men come to see me to get their sex life back. The bottom line is really to get to for relationship, to have that deep passionate relationship and that connection with another person. It's not about sex. It's not so much about sex. It's really about a plus one problem, right? And so if you think about it that way, then there's nothing wrong with that. So I that's why I said I want you to help me create this revolution and taking it out of the closet, making it shameful to talk about. In fact, I can't even go on Facebook to even say anything about sexuality because they just don't think it's appropriate any to even talk about anything anywhere near that at this point. And but the point I'm trying to make is that if you have ED, start early. All right, fix it. It's like your car. If you fix it early, it's going to be functioning again. But if a car has a problem, you've been waiting 20 years to fix it, of course it's going to be harder. And sometimes you can't even fix it. And that surgery is the only solution. But you know what? Penile implant surgery. Right now, you know, the pharmaceutical company, the prosthetic company, even urologists are recommending penile implant because penile implant surgery if you fail ED medication. But now, the implant surgery is that they put two silicone rods down your penis, one on each side, and it's connected to a tube. That one tube goes to your testicle, one tube goes to your abdomen, and and you just have to pump the water in to go to your penis every time you have sex, but you lose feeling, you lose sensation. Sometimes you can't even orgasm, and sometimes the rod goes through the skin and it erodes through the skin. You have to get another surgery. You have to get another implant, and then the tubing falls apart as well too. So when you have something to that mechanic, things got falling apart over the years, and then you run a risk of infection. In fact, I've seen several patients that have penile implant, and the number one complaint is that they don't feel anything. They don't feel anything at the tip at all. And sometimes it's hard for them to even get orgasm as well. So don't think of a penile implant like a knee replacement or a hip replacement. It's a totally different organ. Okay, totally different organ. And it's a smaller organ. It's more intricate. And don't think, oh, I'll just get a penile implant. There's nothing. It's like, oh, it's like pulling your teeth. Get your teeth pulled. That's not it. It's a lot of some complications you got to think about. And so my point, my passion is that I want to be able to reach a million men. That way, a million men can tell another million men. And like Greg, for instance, and like some of my patients that are here that had sought help, and will continue to seek help because you think of ED as like a weight loss problem. It's like you work hard to lose the weight. You exercise, you eat well, and you maintain a good lifestyle to lose the weight. But you got to maintain that. You got to continue the good lifestyle. You got to continue with a good diet and the exercise to maintain, or else the weight come back again. Right? The same thing with ED. So once you have ED and we work together and we're able to restore function again, you got to work hard in the diet, the exercise, the penis pumping, right? And you got to work hard at it because and by the way, Greg, I have a new penis pump that you're gonna like. You can and the new penis pump can actually even be used in water as well, Greg. Okay, so when you come by, we're gonna give you that penis pump because the penis pump is waterproof, and you can use it while you're taking a shower. And the penis pump actually will help a lot with Peyronie's too. Okay. All right. Help a lot with Peyronie's, and I love it that you get to use it in the shower because you get the hot water. You just the warm water. Just put in the cylinder, turn it on, put it on your penis, and turn on the mechanism. It'll suction your penis into the cylinder. and then while it will stay on the penis while you are washing your hair, right? Many of my patients are using it, are loving it now. They're using it every day when they shower, right? So you multitask when you shower, right? And then some of my patients are having their wife helping them in the shower and putting the penis pump on, and they're washing their hair and they're having fun in the shower. The wife is enjoying it as well too. And then when I hear that, it makes my heart swell of happiness, because I know that I'm not only making the man happy, also making his partner happy as well too. So if you guys are not using a penis pump, use a penis pump. All right, there is nothing dirty about it. In fact, it's taking your penis through the gym. Right? When you go to the gym and you do a shoulder press, what do you think you're doing? You're bringing blood flow to the muscles. And when more blood flow to the muscle start to enlarge, and rip the muscle, and that's how the muscle gets bigger. But it's all because of blood flow to the muscle when you do a shoulder press, right? When you're doing a penis pump, you're bringing blood into the penis. You're giving it more oxygen. You're expanding the muscle. When you're expanding the muscle, and you're bringing more blood flow in there. You're actually keeping the penis muscle healthy. You're expanding it. There's nothing wrong with using it. There's no taboo with using it. You need to use your penis pump 3 times a week. In fact, one of my staff is using it. He doesn't have ED. He's only 27, but he's using it when he takes a shower. He's optimizing his muscle, right? There's nothing wrong with that. With using it and you don't have ED as well. And so, Greg, I can't wait for you to start using it because you can use it in the shower every day as well, and you can use it outside without water as well too. And it's rechargeable. It works so well. I'm very pleased with it. And also, if you can put the website for where you can also get a pump. So if you're interested in getting a pump, um, can you put the website for the Modern Man? Oh, good, good, good. So we put a QR code. Those of you that are live, we put a QR code there for the Modern Man crib. It's where you can get the pump. It's called the hydro pump. You can get the pump as well, and we'll ship it to you. You can use it in the shower every day, and then you can use it at night outside the shower. You can have your partner join you in the shower. It's gonna be a fun experience as well. It's very easy to use. I even film a little video to show you how to use it as well. I wasn't in the shower. I just did it in the sink for the video. But all my patients that's been using it have been very, very pleased with it. And as well. So, Greg, you will love it as well too. So, anybody else have any question? Do we have any question on live on TikTok? Do we have any question here? France, let me check to see if we have any comment. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for all the videos. Oh, you're welcome. Okay. Here's a comment. Doc, what kind of medicine I can use to prevent pimples? Well, we're not talking about pimples right now. But oftentimes, sleep can actually help with pimples too. And stress actually contribute to pimple. Do you know that when you have stress, guys, and women that are on you, when you have stress actually can cause cancer because stress affect your DNA. Yes, prolonged stress. What is prolonged stress? That is stress that more than 3 months, right? That is ongoing, right? Stress, our body is made to have stress. We're supposed to have stress, all right? It's natural, but stress should be episodic. It should, when we wake up in the morning, the stress hormone is high, and it start to go down after 3 p.m., and at nighttime is at zero. But when we have chronic stress, the stress hormone stays high through every day. It doesn't go down when we go to sleep, and it stays like that for 3 months. But when stress stays like that for a long time, it affects your DNA. It shortens your DNA. It can actually cause cancer, and stress can actually cause ED as well too. Not only psychologically, but it also causes inflammation, and inflammation from the stress result in decreased blood flow. All right, so everything resort to blood flow, but chronic stress is not good for your sex life. All right, and so that's a good question there. So let me see any. Is there any ointment or drug for ED? Well, we talked about how the ED drug is not the best if you have ED, because it's really kind of band-aid, and what the solution if you have ED is really try to treat the cause of the problem, instead of a band-aid, because you keep taking medicine for it, your ED only going to get worse over time. Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you this: there is no ointment that you can put on your penis that's going to help with the ED, because the skin of the penis it's thick, it's hard to really absorb really well. It's not the same skin that's on your skin here, right? And the muscle in the penis is a smooth muscle. It's not the same muscle as in your arm. It's a smooth muscle. So when you put an ointment on the penis, it doesn't absorb well. It really doesn't absorb well. It's not as effective. All right. So you're in the end, you're really doing something that doesn't absorb well. It's not as effective. You're wasting your money. So I don't prescribe any ointment. I don't suggest any ointment. The ointment just doesn't do the job. If you're using an ointment, you're putting an ointment, you're buying it somewhere, and somebody said it worked. Well, it doesn't work. Okay, but there's a lot of hype out on internet. I know. I see people saying, this ointment works and restore your ED. One try will do it. No, if it something sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true, right? It really is, because getting your sex life back is something important and something complex. It's not going to work overnight. You need work. You need to put in the work, but it's an evolving process. It's like weight loss. It's like when you lose the weight, you got to maintain it by continuing the diet and the exercise. And so back again, you want to get the pump. There's a QR code in the upper right hand corner there on stream, or you can go to my website. That those of you that are live on TikTok right now, you go to my website at truongrehab.com, TRUONGREHAB.com, and then forward slash the modern man crib. That will take you to the store. You can just go to the tab that says store. You can order the pump and some of the supplements that I recommend on there. So I do recommend some supplements that are help for maintaining your not curing or not treating your erection, but maintaining your erection once you have your erection back, and that's libido plus, that is in the store. Vitamin D, right? Essential greens. Essential greens has the greens in there that help increase nitrous oxide, and therefore nitrous oxide improve blood flow, and a good overall good multivitamin that I have vetted, and it has everything that you need on there. Just know all men with ED have low vitamin D, right? So when you have ED, you have low vitamin D. You need vitamin D. You need vitamin D3, right? With K2, and that and I have low vitamin D. And I take a vitamin D3 with K2 5,000 unit every day. So is my husband. Um, and and a good multivitamin, and the libido plus has supplements on there that will help kind of increase your testosterone and DHEA, another supplement called DHEA as well too. That it's kind of like the father of all the hormones as well. So, um, can you put the banner for the ED Club, the schedule call? So yes, so go to www.edfix.club to schedule a call with our team to get you started, to see if we're a good fit to get you out of ED, because you know what? Life is too precious to live without, to live with ED, because I know it can be lonely, it can be frustrating. I hear many comments on social media and said these men are like, I give up, I'm just content and I'm just gonna be like this, and I'm gonna be lonely and sad the rest of my life. Well, it sounds really sad. When there is a way, all right. And then I know that not all of you can come and see me in the office, not all of you can have the investment. I get it. That's why I created the Modern Man Club. Can you put the banner for the Modern Man Club? I created the Modern Man Club, which is a way for you to be able to have access to me, where twice a month, I coach you on what you need to do to at least, at least to restore your functioning again. We have a guy, name is Carl. He had prostate cancer, had the prostate surgery, and had ED. And then it was and of taking ED medications, the Viagra said wasn't really helping. His doctor said, "Well, let's do a penile implant." He joined the Modern Man Club. Or after he joined the Modern Man Club, he did the smoothie. He did the morning wood smoothie. He did intermittent fasting. He changed his diet to the Mediterranean diet. Just doing those three alone, now he's able to have morning erections. Yes, and he's able to have sex again with his girlfriend. While 10 years, so for 6 years ago, there was nothing. He had prostate surgery. For a man to be having the prostate surgery, it's the most invasive surgery you can get. They go in, through the area between your scrotum and your anus, and take out that prostate, right? Take your prostate out, and most of the time the prostate is wrapped around the urethra where you urinate. So one of the complication of that is ED. We should put a QR code for the Modern Man Club too. You can have the QR code in the upper right hand corner. That'll be great for the Modern Man Club. So we don't put it down or next time for the Modern Man Club, because I created this space so that way you have still have access to me. It's affordable. Even if you live far away as well, that we can still work together. We can still You can still have some improvement, and even just little tweaks such as changing your diet, sleeping better. If you're smoking, it's gonna ruin your sex life. If you're smoking, your sex life is gonna be affected, because when you're smoking, it constrict. It make the blood vessels smaller. It constrict your blood vessel, decrease your blood flow. You're smoking and you start to see ED. Stop it. All right. In fact, one of my patients that I treated, he was doing 2 packs a day. He actually quit smoking, and he's now starting to see some improvement with treatment. Because if you're smoking, it's like you have an open wound. Just pour salt in the open wound every time, because your erection not going to come back, no matter if you take Viagra or anything like that. In fact, plastic surgeon won't do operation on people that smoke unless they get stop smoking for 6 weeks, and they can do the operation, because they don't heal well when you smoke. You don't heal well because there's not enough blood flow to go to the area for healing. But in the Modern Man Club, you will get result like Carl. Like I tell you the story about Carl. I tell you a story about Mooney. He was in the Modern Man Club. He changed his diet, and he realized that, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I do not need to take ED medication. That's to totally change his perspective, and he actually wanted to come and see us because but he didn't have the investment. But what happened was that he changed his diet, he changed his perspective, and guess what? He now is attracting women because he now have more happy, he has more energy. The women in his office are giving him his their phone number, right? Because they're attracted to his happiness. They're attracted to his energy, right? And now he said that it's helping him with his self confidence now, and now it's helping him with his erection. He didn't come to my office, right? For that, he was just part of the modern man, but because of what I talk about with the brain being the larger sexual organ, it's a powerful organ. Don't forget about this. This is a larger sexual organ. You cannot start get an erection down there without this, without your brain. All right, don't neglect that. So Jerry, Greg, remember that. Don't neglect the powerful organ right up here because remember, a paralyzed man from the neck down can still have an erection, and men that have prostate surgery with ED can have erection, and I've seen it, right? But you have to do the work. Nothing is easy. Got to do the work. Got to maintain it, and a penis for a man is almost like a barometer of your health, right? When it's not working well, it's something that's telling you that it's not something going on. You need to stop, right? Take a break or do some blood work. Sometimes ED is a sign of early diabetes. ED sometimes a sign that maybe you have some blood flow problem, right? Remember, I said 2/3 of men that have ED, two thirds of them end up having a heart attack or a stroke a decade down the road. It's your body way of saying, "Hey, something's going on. Take care of me. I'm having ED. Stop taking the pill and try to cover it up. Stop taking the pill and try to force yourself to have an erection where maybe the simple things such as simple things such as drinking the Good Morning Wood smoothie. And in fact, you can probably get the Morning Wood smoothie. Can we put the link to that to the Morning Wood smoothie? You can do the Morning Wood smoothie, and for those that are live on TikTok, um, you can contact our office for that 540-374-3164 for the Morning Wood smoothie. Jessica, when you're here, well, if they call to email them the Morning Wood smoothie, or you can go to Goodwood Smoothie, goodwoodsmoothie.com / smoothie for the Morning Wood smoothie. Greg, we can email you that as well. We have your contact information. We'll email you the Morning Wood smoothie. It's always good because it's a smoothie that has antioxidant that will help improve blood flow. Okay. And sometimes just doing simple things like that goes a long way. You don't need gadgets on the internet. You don't need some expensive ointment. You don't need some expensive supplement that tout it can do this and that. Sometimes it's just a good diet. Sometimes just walking. Sometimes it's just getting a good night's sleep. And guys, alcohol. Alcohol is a dampener for your erection if it's too much. You shouldn't drink more than about 10 drinks a week. My husband just texted me and he said, "Oh, he was with the guys tonight. He only had 2 drinks." He's the bourbon guy. Yeah, there's Greg. He's the bourbon guy too. He loves to drink bourbon, but he only had 2 drinks today. Hey, Greg, do you have a question? Is that why you raised your hand? All right. So he's the bourbon guy, but guys, it's alcohol. When you drink alcohol, it will also deplete your testosterone. Testosterone is a hormone that make you a man. So when you drink too much alcohol, it make the testosterone into estrogen. Okay, and to deplete your testosterone, and alcohol is also very inflammatory to the blood vessels as well too. So that's why alcohol over time can affect your erection. So I'm gonna bring you up, Greg, and okay, you're up.
Just one more quick question. I was trying to go to your, I think it was edfix.club link to look for
Yeah.
the pump. It's not wanting to go through. Could you put that up one more time to make sure
Oh,
that I
the
typed
pump,
it in
the
right?
pump. Yeah, can you put the banner up for the pump? There's a QR code, Greg. There's a QR code right there. All right. Can you change the QR code to the pump is at the Modern Man crib. But if you come in to see me and you do treatment, we're gonna give you the pump.
Okay.
So don't buy
All
the
right.
pump. I'll give it to you when you come in.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Don't
I'll
buy
see you
the
in a
pump.
few weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You when you see me, I'll give you the pump. All right. I
Okay.
take care of my patient. All my patients get a good pump. And so don't worry about it. Don't get that, but we do have it online. We do have it online for the pump. Do we have a picture of that? I should you show you a picture. I'm very proud of that because I helped create it's a water pump as well. But when you come in, I'll give you one. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Does anybody have any other question? Do we have any other question online? Uh, here. All right. Okay. Oh boy, a lot of people joining here. That you're live. They're all right. Doc, what can I use present? All right. What ointment? Okay. Um, Okay, great job. Okay, very good, very good. All right. So having said that, it is now 10:30 my time, Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you being here with me, and I hope you learned something. And just know that you deserve to live your best life, that you can live more, love more, and be happy. All right. Take care. Bye bye now.